we are with the Queen of the North, Joanne Jobbin. Welcome back to the show. We saw the press release out this morning. You better tell people what it said.
Well, I'm really happy to announce that we now have over 100 companies featuring all commodities and, very important, a special day on critical metals sponsored by National Bank Financial Markets.
Right. Okay. Which is great. And I do want to get into detail of what you've structured there, who's showing up, and what's going to happen when they're there. But here's the big thing. Bit of feedback that we've been having speaking to CEOs for the last 3 months who've been going to conferences all around the world. They're suffering from the same thing. That is, these conferences are not seeing investors turning up. Why is yours going to be any different?
Well, there is definitely conference fatigue out there. It's a real thing. But I can say exactly, this is why we created this type of conference. We're really creating and delivering on what investors and companies want. We are a different beast. I'm going to make no bones about this. This is why investors, issuers, and sponsors are lining up and signing up with us right now. First of all, price point. If you're an issuer and you're spending 20,000 Canadian to go to one of these conferences, you expect to have a decent conference. So we're our price point, no one can beat it. I'm sorry. We deliver an elevated conference experience for a great value for our issuers. And here's what an issuer gets for their dollars. First of all, they get their own dedicated one-on-one room. You get 4 interviews on the Vid Media green carpet with Kitco, BTV, Mining Network, ourselves. We have unmatched networking. Networking is so important at these conferences. All our evening events are sponsored by Laurentian, Troilus, O3, Stiefel. There's plenty of opportunities to have a drink and chat with your peers. And I'm going to say that the networking is really centralized. It's focused, sponsored networking, not a series of random offsite cocktail parties that you have to go and find. It's all there. We have one track for presenters. There's not 2 tracks where your audience is split up or just a bunch of lonely, badly lit breakout rooms. We don't have that. We have this beautiful 60-foot stage where you can tell your story, show your slides. You can interact with the audience, and issuers have a choice. They can do a fireside chat, a traditional podium presentation, or the talk. You're going to get mic'd up and you're going to walk around this beautiful 60-foot stage. And that's just for the issuers.
That's just the issuers. Okay, so that's the point here. We've got to say, right, okay, what do the investors get out of this? What's the event going to deliver for them?
So let's talk about the event itself. First of all, Quebec City and the Chateau Frontenac are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. They're world-class destinations. We picked Quebec because some of the largest mining companies in the world operate in Quebec, one of the most mining-oriented jurisdictions in the world. We want our conference to be in Canada. There isn't one of these tier 1 conferences in Canada. Why not? We're the mining capital of the world, for crying out loud. We should have our own tier 1 investor conference. And as a result, we are well supported by the mining investment community, including the governments. At this conference this year, we have the Quebec government, of course, the U.S. government, Newfoundland is coming, the Yukon, and other government reps who will be there. We now have almost 40 sponsors and partners with us. And I'm really excited about this. It's in early stages, but we're developing a mining mayors program, which is kind of a think tank, if you will, for the mayors of the major mining cities who actually have a say in the industry and the companies that are operating in their backyards. We're gonna talk about this more in the future.
Interesting.
And I always say, we're exclusive but inclusive. So here's the kicker for the investors. We have a place for everyone. We have an amazing small cap lounge. We welcome mid-tiers, exploration companies, producers. We are commodity agnostic. We have a top-tier critical metals day with some of the biggest critical metals companies presenting on that day. Again, powered by National Bank. And I want to stress to our participants that when we say we have over 100 companies attending, only 80 of those will be taking one-on-one meetings so that we continually have an excellent ratio of issuers to investors. We're not going to be inviting 250 companies. and 100 or 150 investors show up. We're not playing that game. And we have a great +1 program for your partners who want to attend. We'll badge them for free so they can be part of the event as well. And really, really important and close to my heart, let's talk about sustainability in the mining industry. I'm talking about the future of mining and leadership in the mining industry. We have, for the first time, started a student sponsorship program that is bringing in 50 students from all aspects of mining to the event. That's students from engineering, metallurgy, finance, earth sciences, and this is co-sponsored by Maple Gold Mines and JDS. It's an unprecedented opportunity for these young people to interact directly with top-level mining companies and executives. I can really say with confidence that it's one of the most comprehensive and important student sponsorships in our industry. I don't see any other independently run conference doing that, to be honest. Something that we really haven't talked about previously is also our SHECO initiative. That's an initiative that supports young women and girls in developing societies with their education and startups. This year, the charity that we'll be contributing to is being selected by Ira Thomas of Lucara Diamonds. I'm personally donating a portion of the proceeds from the event to this registered charity. And our speakers and panels feature some of the top industry thought leaders. We are featuring ESG, the U.S. government critical metals investment sector will be speaking. The Power panel will feature some of the most influential women in our industry. They're going to be talking about their achievements. I mean, check out the agenda that was published today. I guarantee anybody who looks at that will be impressed. Peter Moroney will be our opening keynote speaker. I am very excited to hear what Peter has to say about the state of Canadian mining. So if you're an investor who's looking to attend a Tier 1 conference, and I'm really talking to the investors here, this is a conference, I'm going to say, it sounds corny, but it's a conference with a conscience at a 5-star hotel in a world-class destination with an opportunity to meet over 100 quality issues representing all commodities. Why wouldn't you come? We're putting this on specifically for you. Why wouldn't you come?
I have to say, some of these initiatives are unique. I think they're fantastic. That mayoral one is fantastic. I know you've kind of got the student component in there, sponsoring students to come to this, encouraging and highlighting women in the sector is good. And crikey, and getting the U.S. government's involvement on the critical minerals space is so important. I think that's the side of the business that people are looking forward to. So, look, congrats on putting it together. It's much anticipated. It's actually building up something better than I thought it could be, and building on last year's success.
I've really surprised. I've surprised myself. I must admit myself.
Genuinely well done. It needs this. It needs this because I think the sector has become lazy. Conference organizers have become lazy. They're going for the dollar and not delivering value for money for companies, and the investors have been voting with their feet and not rocking up because there's nothing new there. This delivers something new, needed, highlighting things which are important. So, congratulations, and I very much look forward to seeing you there. Okay.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you for your support. We always love talking to you, and we will see you soon in June in beautiful Quebec City.